Hello peeps, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved. You can see some chat that I have going on with my tribe mate in my chat window there. She's logged off now. Hitting the page up button, which is my record key, brings that up. In case you ever wondered why my chat log comes up every time I start recording, that's why. So I got a few things going on. I've got a nursery going on over here, including a bunch of new Rexes. Spartacus, William Wallace, and Napoleon are all our battle Rexes. They are Rexes that took both the damage and the hit point stat, but didn't pick up anything really particularly noteworthy. So, they're combat Rexes. Big Daddy Rex over there is special. If we take a look at him, he wants to be ham-fed Delo kibble, which I don't have any of, but that's okay. Go manage. You stupid Wyverns. We take a look at his ancestors. He has picked up a matrilineal mutation. A damage mutation. So this Rex has a higher damage than the parent. The parent had 42 levels in damage. He has 44. So breeding forward, any Rex that I breed from him will have a 44 stat for damage instead of a 42. We also have 3 new Wyverns going. We have Drogon, which is Jade's, and I am so jealous. Look at this thing. This thing is gorgeous. The coloration in that thing is just amazing. Then we have Tyr, who is going to be one of mine. And we have Thor, who is also going to be one of mine. This was a 185 Lightning that I got while I was raiding on a live stream. We also have 2 new wolves. We got Floof, which is one of my pups. Picked up all 4 stats. So, good breeding stock. And we have Nymeria, which is going to be one of Jade's battle mounts. Didn't pick up the hit points, but otherwise, good stat allocation. Then over here we got Big Nanny. Big Nanny was a Rex that I bred from the stock over there, who picked up a food mutation, which pretty much makes her kind of useless for combat, because I want damage and hit point mutations in my battle line. So she's guarding the juveniles here. And she means business. 32,000 hit points and 1,013.1% damage. Now, granted, she's leveled. I took her rampaging up and down the coastline to farm meat because I knew I was going to be breeding a lot of stuff tonight. We were going to need the meat. So, yeah. She means some serious business. She is set on aggressive. Anything that gets in here is going to get thoroughly munched. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have her on aggressive in case Dragon or someone else comes by. Have her on attack my target. That way, if anything attacks the babies, she'll go on it. Now, this episode, I was planning on showing off some of the stuff with the Steampunk mod, because I spent a lot of time cooking up some coal. I actually had a lot more coal than this, but I decided I needed some metal. And I noticed that this thing's metal recipe only costs 1 ore and 1 coal. So in exchange for a little bit of time and 2 wood, you can double the efficiency of smelting your metal. It actually gets better because this thing this thing runs faster than the Industrial Blast Forge. So it runs faster and it gives you more materials for your buck. It just requires an extra input and a little added time because of that. Overall, that's a price I'm willing to pay. I was going to show some more of the Steampunk mod, but I found something. And the thing that I found, it's serendipity. So we are going to change gears this episode, and we are going to go tame something. Now, the thing that we're going to tame is going to require narcoberries. A lot of narcoberries. It's not going to take that many, but that's how many we're going to take. We're also going to tame this thing on mutton. I could try kibble, but I don't have the right type of kibble for it. So we're going to take a good handful of mutton. It's not going to take that much, but that's how much we're going to take. It's also going to take a shitload of tranquilizer darts. Which is why in here, I have a shitload of tranquilizer darts to go with the shitload I already had. And it's going to require some metal gates. Stone will not work for this. Those of you familiar with the game probably know what it is I found. But you might not know the situation. And the situation is the important part, and it's the reason why I decided to do what I'm going to do. The reason why I'm breeding Rexes is because I'm getting ready to start gearing up to go looking for artifacts so that we can start fighting bosses. And I don't know where the artifacts are located on the Ragnarok map, so I was looking up some videos, and I found a video that was showing some of the artifact locations. But then, it said a little bit later in the video, or in the comments or something, that some of the artifact locations have changed and they're not where they're shown in the video anymore. So I was looking around to see if I could figure out if they were there. One of them was, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the area that looks like the Badlands, where there's all the pillars sticking out of the water, and there's one in the top that looks like it has a lake in the top of it. There used to be an artifact down there. There's not anymore. There's a bunch of crystal, so I might actually take a Doedicurus down there and grab a whole bunch of crystal. But there's no artifact. The second one... Actually, you know what? There's one supposedly in the Wyvern Trench, too. I might go down here and look real quick. Probably be better if I had a fire wyvern for this, instead of a poison. But there's supposedly one down here. Like, right down there where that fire is hiding out at. There's a cave entrance there. There's not much of a cave, but there's supposedly an artifact down there. I'm not going to look for it right now. We've got more important things to do, and this is going to take a while. So, maybe after we finish what we're doing, we'll come back and mess around with that. Another artifact. The floating castle. The castle that is floating in the middle of the lake that's near our base. If you dive down under there and go down under the stairs, at the bottom of that area, there's a little living space, and there used to be an artifact down there. There isn't anymore. In this trench here, there's supposed to be an artifact. There's a cave down, there's a tiny little cave down there. There's supposed to be an artifact down there. And I went to go look for said artifact, and look what I found in there. That is a Giga! This episode, we are going to be attempting to tame this Giga. The first step to taming this Giga is going to be to lure it out of the damn trench. There's another Giga actually down by the shore. But this one is the one we're going to try for, because this is a level 60 Giga. The one down by the shore is a level 20. So the first step is to get the Giga out of here, which basically requires us to bait it. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's stuck? Boy, wouldn't that be even better. Just walk up to the Giga and frickin' tame it. Hi. Are you stuck? If I shoot you, are you gonna go berserk? Let's find out. Oh yeah, he's pissed now. Yeah, he got loose. Okay, so step 1. Lure Giga out. Step 1 is not progressing that well. Are you... Can you not get through there? That would be even better. Like, is your hitbox too big to fit? I think its hitbox is too big to fit. That would be even better. So, let's fly away and lose aggro. We'll know we've lost aggro when it stops looking at me. Actually, you know what? I don't care if I lose aggro, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to fly down here. I'm going to land. I'm going to start placing some dino gates behind him. We're going to lock him in. He should be thoroughly stuck now. Now, how ballsy am I? It's ballsy. This is where the artifact that's in here is supposed to be. It's supposed to be behind this rock. You come through this rock, and there's this cave here. There's this poor guy who just died right here. And back here, there's just some crystal and a sleeping bag. But over here, off to the side, next to this frickin' lake, right here, there's supposed to be an artifact. And there isn't. So, they moved this one too. But it's a good thing we came out to check, because if I hadn't come out to check, I never would have found this bastard. Let's shoot you. Right in your butt. He is stuck like a duck. This is going to take a while, because he's going to take 80-some tranks to put down. So, the next couple of minutes of the video is just going to be me shooting tranks into this guy. Come on, reload. And then I'm going to show you some of the reasons why I don't usually mess with GigaNOPeasauruses. This could not have worked better. Now, if only I could get a 150 stuck like this. Oh, come on, reload. I really hate the no reloading bug. The 500% compound bow with trank arrows probably would have been a faster choice for this, but I gave it away. So, yeah, on the subject of giving things away, if you guys do join the server and you need starter equipment, or like I said, if you need direwolves or anything like that, just let me know, because I have so much stuff that I can easily start giving some stuff away for free to get people started without feeling it at all. And Kozak has pretty much lost interest because he's been playing Far Cry 5 and Dead Rising 4 and stuff like that. And Jade has been doing a lot of writing. As she gets into the National Writers Month, NaNoWriMo or whatever it is. So she's doing a writing camp this month, so she isn't playing much. And, well, Becca quit because of issues that she had with losing pets and getting discouraged and wanting to go back to playing her server, where she has pet res on, which I didn't want to put on this server because I wanted there to be a challenge and some consequences. I didn't want it to be super easy mode, you know? So that basically leaves me in the tribe by myself. And, well, one man cannot use 8 tranquilizer rifles. Or 7 suits of chitin armor. Or, who knows how many crossbows. And, yeah. Do these things take extra damage from headshots? Probably should find out. Nope. No reason to shoot it in the head then. We'll just shoot it in the butt. This thing looks like a porcupine. I would get closer and shoot it, but I'm afraid that it might actually turn on me. And, well, despite the fact that I'm currently wearing... how much armor do I have? Despite the fact that I currently have 1,142 armor, this thing could probably shred through my defenses and kill me with 2 bites. GigaNOPeasauruses are serious business. Grab a drink. And continue shooting. Open fire, Gordon. Oh, come on. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intentional to simulate the gun jamming. Maybe there's just a random chance that it doesn't immediately reload. Okay. By the time I get down to about 100 tranq darts, it should be about ready to drop. Now, once we get the GigaNOPeasaurus down, and I show you guys the reasons I don't mess with these things very often, then I will head back and maybe we'll start doing some of the steampunk stuff, because I'm not going to sit here and babysit it throughout the entire tame. I'm going to sit here long enough for one thing to happen, and then I'm going to fix the thing that's happening, and then I'm going to put a bunch of mutton in it and leave it alone, because nothing in its right mind is going to attack a Giga, even a sleeping one. The only thing I can think of that might attack a Giga is a Wyvern. And the Wyverns won't fly out this far. Unless they're lured. Come on, reload. This thing should be dropping pretty soon. Granted, I stopped to look in my menu and take a drink, so I may have lost a little bit of progress from that. The torpor from these things is delivered over 5 seconds. Oh, it's down. Okay, lesson number 1 as to why Dagger doesn't mess with these things. They can kill you easily. Lesson number 2 as to why Dagger doesn't mess with these things. Look at its hit points. It will not keep that many hit points. This one will probably have about 8,000 hit points after it's tamed. Reason number 3, Dagger doesn't usually mess with these things. Look at its torpor. Specifically, don't look at this number. Look at this number and how fast it's going down. This thing drains torpor stupid fast. To be specific, he will drain his torpor from 100% to 0. He will drain his torpor in 2 minutes and 54 seconds. That's dumb. So, how do you combat this? Well, you can sit here and you can just feed it a narcotic every once in a while. And if you do that, you can get away with using the bare minimum of 194 narcotics. Or you can use narcoberries and get away with 522. That requires you to be basically spot on, to be using the right type of food, to have done all of your calculations perfectly, and to not get hit with lag or anything strange like that. I don't like relying on that kind of crap. So, the way I do it, when I'm dealing with creatures that have high torpor, especially ones that will not be attacked, like a Giga, is I let the torpor drain most of the way down. Like when it gets down to about here, we're going to do this. I will then put on far, far more narcoberries, not narcotics, narcoberries, than I need. And I will force feed it all the damn narcoberries. Now, why will I do that? The narcoberries will slowly increase its torpor over time. However, like the darts, the time stacks. So, if I'm using narcotics, if I feed this thing 1,135 narcotics, it will take 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 20 seconds for it to completely refill its torpor and start draining again. Which is more than enough time. But if I feed this thing 6,054 narcoberries, and I'm going to start feeding it narcoberries now, if I feed this thing 6,054 narcoberries, it will take 5 hours, 2 minutes, and 42 seconds to drain its torpor. I'm not feeding it that many. I'm feeding it about 1,200, so I'm feeding it about 1/5 of the maximum amount it takes to completely refill its torpor. Which means that its torpor is going to be rising steadily over the course of the next hour. It takes 29 minutes to tame it. So this will give me plenty of time to walk away and be 100% sure that when I come back, we will have a tame Giga. There's now no reason for me to be here. Now the trick is going to be, can I get the Giga out of the damn spot that he got stuck in? That's the other question. Okay, let's come over here and see if we can dick around with this a little bit. I hate doing this in the dark, because I can't see shit. In this situation, I am going to do something that I've been talking about possibly doing. I generally leave the video fairly dark, because this is what it looks like on my screen when I'm playing. And when I'm playing games like this, I kind of try to give the most accurate impression of the game that I can. But you can increase the gamma by opening your console and typing in a gamma command. It washes things out, and I mean, it's borderline cheating. I mean, let's not mince words. It is borderline cheating, because you can see everything now, and it's supposed to be pitch black. But I mean, this is for YouTube after all, so that fire wyvern will go away. That fire wyvern will go away. Thank you. There's a cave right here. I don't think the wyverns can follow me back here. In this cave, there are large amounts of certain types of resources, which makes the cave worthwhile to come in anyway. Sulfur. Used for making propellant and other such flammable goodness. A bit further down here, there's another area where you find sulfur and salt. This is one of the few places that you can find salt in its actual crystal form. And I think that's also where the artifact was supposed to have been, so it's probably not here. If I come over here, I should be looking out the other side of the Wyvern tunnel. I am, so yeah. This artifact isn't here either. So they must have moved all of the artifacts into actual caves. Which sucks, but I mean, I guess they were a little too easy to get before. May as well pick up some salt. Probably won't use it for anything because we don't need preserving salt really, but you never know. And I'm close to getting another level. That's a lot of salt. It's a lot of salt. Come on, let me up there. Let me get back to my wyvern, please. Now I fly out of here like an exploding Death Star. Oh, one more thing I've been meaning to tell you guys. If you decide that you're going to play on the server, whatever you do, don't build on the volcano. Or if you do, avoid the areas that look like they're charred. These areas here that look like something might have been flowing here. Because guess what? It does. And if you build on one of these, the volcano can erupt. And if the volcano erupts, it will roast everything in these channels, including your base and your dinos. Holy shit, that's a 145. Yeah, we are not going to screw with that. If I have what I needed to tame it, I might worry about getting the cannon and trying it, but I don't, so I won't. We'll go ahead and fly over here. Sometimes there's a Rex spawn here. And I am still on the lookout for Rexes. Just because I have good breeding pair now, doesn't mean I'm not still looking for better ones. Because if I can find a Rex that has 50 levels in damage, that's even better than the one that has 42 in the damage mutation. Because he'll still have room for his 20 mutations. Whereas the one I'm working with now only has 19 left. For the record, this is the thing I was talking about earlier. With the pillar that looks like it's got the lake. Yeah, apparently there used to be an artifact down there. There isn't anymore. Okay, let's fly home and see if we can do some stuff with the steampunk crap. I'm not going to be able to do a whole hell of a lot this episode, but might be able to build one or two of the machines. Start playing around with it anyway. That's a Tyrannus. I need to tame one of them too. Because a Tyrannus' ability to buff would be amazing in a boss fight. over here, make sure there's nothing up here that's going to cause trouble. The spawns up there include Rexes, Carnos, and, yeah, Rexes, Carnos, and Raptors. And I have seen the occasional Alpha show up. Which is when I would normally take out either a Wyvern or a Big Nanny and munch the absolute living crap out of it. Oh, the Wyverns have hit juvenile phase. I think they might have already been, but... So, my tactic when raising the Wyverns, since we have since we have maturation set to ×5, the easiest way I found to do it is to just watch them. Check in on them every once in a while. And when their health and their food bar, because right now this Wyvern is capped. Its health and its food can't go any further than this. So if I feed him a milk right now, his food bar is going to jump the whole way up to here, and then it's going to jump the whole way back to here. He's only going to get that much out of it. No point in it. So, what I do is I keep an eye on the health bar, and when the food bar is at about half of the health bar, I'll feed him a milk. And I'll do that until they're about 30% maturation. At which point, they'll finish raising on their own. And honestly, that's probably playing it too safe. Like right now, I fed these guys 1 milk. He's got 2389 food. And it ticks down so slowly that I probably don't even need to feed this one another milk. But I will, just because I don't want to have a Wyvern die because I was being stingy with milk. But yeah, I probably don't even need to. Alright, let's take a look into some cyberpunk crap. Steampunk, not cyberpunk. No computers. Okay, so. What else do we need? There is another blast furnace, right? Industrial copper forge. This requires 200 smelted copper ore. So let's see if we can get that. We've got 828 of you. So... Okay, I think I need a workbench. I think I need the steam workstation, so I need 50 smelted copper ore. We're also going to need some glass panels. The glass panels are made just by smelting crystal. So, do I have any crystal? Probably should get my euthanasia gun off my hotbar anyway. Yeah, some. We put the crystal in here, and a... Oh, you actually have to tell it to do that. That's kind of nice. Let's craft 30. Not 20, 30. And let's turn the gamma back down. You do that just by typing gamma by itself. So that's going to craft up some glass panes for me. And let's see, we're also going to need 30 cementing paste and 75 metal. So we need smelted copper ore, which means I need stone. Do I have any stone? Don't know if I have stone. Yeah, just stone, please. Transfer, 495, 219. Okay. So I do have some stone. Okay, we'll put that in. And how much did we need? 50? Yeah, we need 50 smelted copper ore. So craft can only craft 14? Oh, this stuff takes a lot of coal. Which means I need a shit ton of wood. Okay, well, I have about 5 minutes left, so let me show you guys how I get wood. Giggity. Not like that. Get your minds out of the gutter. We need that, and we need... Where's my good chainsaw? That's not my good chainsaw. Also, I don't need... Why do I have all of this crap on me? I know I have that crap on me, but I'm not sure why I have the scuba tank on me. I won't need the rifle. Whoops. Pet finder, in case you were wondering. That's pet finder. Let's take that off my hotbar so it doesn't happen again. Shit, what the hell was I looking for? Chainsaw. Not the Ankylo. All dinos, all structures. To my personal inventory. Transfer 4 of them. And 100%, 136, 175, 189. There's my baby. So, when I need to gather ridiculous amounts of wood, what I do is I bring Wark, and I bring the Argentavis, and I take Magpie, and we go for a flight. I generally can sprint most of the way. They are pretty good at keeping up. I just slow down every once in a while and make sure that they're with me. The reason why I do this is because, yes, I can take the beaver out behind and just start gathering wood from the trees, but honestly, the trees that are near our base kind of suck. They don't give that much wood. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll give you about 60 wood each, and then I'm going to fall down, and you got to move to the next one. It's really kind of irritating. So, I fly up here to the pseudo-redwood area. And you just kind of fly over, find a decent spot to land. Once you land, you make sure nothing's going to come jumping at you. Whistle these guys to stop. Walk them forward. Wait for them to find places to land, which is usually derpy as hell. And you grab them and fly them back over and make them land somewhere, you know, normal. Then you get off and you fire up your chainsaw. Chop down a tree for 600 wood, come over, put it on a bird, rinse, repeat. Word to the wise, unless you want to drive yourself absolutely nuts if you're using a chainsaw, do not, I repeat, do not get on a bird while the chainsaw is out, or you will get the chainsaw loop bug, in which your chainsaw will not shut up until you either log out of the game or fast travel. I have done it more times than I care to count. That's a dealer. Rather not have to cut the dealer with my chainsaw. RGs unfortunately do not reduce the weight of wood in their inventory. They do reduce the weight of metal in their inventory, which makes them great for carrying metal back and forth. Where's that Delo? I actually kind of do want to cut it with my chainsaw. That's not a Delo. That is not a Delo. That was a raptor. That was a raptor. That is a Therizinosaurus. They're not hostile, I don't think, but I'm not going to take the chance, because right now I don't really need to. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly back to base, and off camera I'm going to gather up a bunch of wood, a bunch of metal, go actually clean out our frickin' oil wells. Holy crap. That's another thing. If you guys join on the server and you need oil, say the word. I will come to your base and hand deliver 2 or 3 stacks of it. Is that an iguanodon? I think that's an iguanodon. Yeah, it's an iguanodon. Cool. But yeah, I'm going to do some resource gathering off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll do the next episode in which we actually probably will do some steampunk stuff. Unless I can find some artifact locations, in which case, oh hi Rex, in which case we might do that. Don't really care. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Night Dagger with ARK Survival Evolved Ragnarok. Hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I'll catch you later, peeps.